Join us as we head off on holiday to the south coast of England. Good morning. We're at Sutton Scotney services in our motorhome. We're on our way to the south coast for a week's holiday. Thought we'd get started last night rather than this morning. We set off on Friday night and drove about 2 hours before we bedded down for the night at Sutton Scotney services. We managed to fit into one parking bay, so we paid the £13 car rate and watched this space to see if that worked. It's the first time we stayed a full night in a service station, and it was surprisingly relaxing. It allowed us to get on the road fairly early the next morning and head down to Southsea. We parked up on the seafront, which is free at this time of year. First things first, coffee. The tide was quite far out, so we walked along on the sandy bits of beach. Archie's not keen on pebbles. Considering it's nearly the end of November, the weather was amazing. We're currently at the end of South Parade Pier in Southsea. Despite being the middle of November, it was actually quite warm today once we wrapped up. The cracking pier as well, because it's got a nice solid floor, so these guys don't freak out too much.
There's a crack.
Apart from the holes in it. Me and the dogs sat for a few minutes while Kerry went on a mission for crucial supplies. Then we headed back to the moho via the canoe lake and the toilets. Sandy had a quick driving lesson, then it was time to head to our campsite. Our plan was to go to Shoreham Port for a different coastal experience on day 2. But their car parks didn't accommodate us at about 7.5 metres long. So we headed further east and parked up in Hove on the Kingsway. We went out for a walk and we turned round at the bandstand, where you get a good view of Brighton's abandoned West Pier. By now we were in need of caffeine, so we got ourselves coffees and drank them in a shelter on the prom. Archie enjoyed a quick catch-up before we headed back to the moho. We knew the good weather couldn't last, and it was absolutely hosing down when we parked up on Sea Road in Littlehampton. We set out for a walk during a brief dry spell. Which turned out to be a very brief dry spell. We sought shelter in Littlehampton's finest beach cafe, where we enjoyed a fry-up and the dogs enjoyed a bit of sausage. We headed back to the wagon thoroughly drenched and had to get changed. There was also the small matter of a football match to watch. Sandy enjoyed a catch-up during the game. We had something we needed to post, so we had a walk into the town centre, which was already looking festive. By that point it was starting to get dark, so we headed back to the moho. After an evening in the campsite, we all got ready for bed.